the biggest haters in fiction. That's what we're going to be talking about today, okay? And understand this, brother. To be a hater, honestly, man, you have dedicated every fiber of your being to taking down this one person. I mean, like, your entire existence is so defined by your op, the protag, the hero, or in some cases, the villain. That you are willing to do absolutely anything to take out this person, to the point that when you finally do take out this person, you low-key just lost your purpose. Like, you got nothing else that you can do, bro. Like, I know it's like played for like a laugh that every single time that the Joker actually does succeed in taking out Batman, that he just becomes a normal dude. Brother, I admire the level of hater that Joker is. Okay, like, he's dedicated everything to not liking Batman. Same thing with, like, Reverse Flash, dude. Reverse Flash is such a big hater, his entire existence is literally meant to be the anti of the Flash. But then there's other characters, brother. They hating on everything for the love of the game, brother. Like Eric Cartman. Eric Cartman, like, I admire that. I do. Like the fact that he goes against everything aside from a few things is respectful. No, not respectful. It's so disrespectful that I respect it, bro. You go so far in the bad that it becomes the inverse, where I respect how bold you are. And that got me thinking of the biggest haters in fiction, okay? Everybody. From Squidward from SpongeBob, Syndrome from The Incredibles, to, of course, the Reverse Flash from DC Comics. We got a lot that we're going to be covering. If you enjoyed this video, please consider like, comment, and subscribe. We are trying to get to 300,000 subscribers before the end of the year. It is going to be close. And if we do not do it, I'm going to be honest, bro. We started the year with 75,000 subscribers. Now we're at 272, I think. Honestly, bro, I'm just blessed to get here. I'm having fun, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, okay? And with all that out of the way, hit the bell icon to stay notified, and let's get into the video. Let's go. Sukuna. Brother, Sukuna being, like, a comical level hater to, like, Yuji Itadori is so funny, because the reason that he hates on Yuji Itadori so much is because... Wait, burp? Okay. The reason that Sukuna hates on Yuji Itadori so much isn't just because, like, his philosophy is, like a downright complete and utter contradiction of Sukuna, where Sukuna believes that the only aspect, the only testament of somebody's, like, ability to exist is strength, where Yuji Itadori is, like, the exact opposite, where he believed that the strong should defend the weak, where Sukuna is straight up, like, disgusted by the weak, is the fact that Sukuna just hates the idea that Yuji is not as powerful as him, but is able to contain him. It ultimately comes down to that. So whenever Sukuna's ever able to take over the vessel, he does as much damage as he possibly can, ruining as much things as he possibly can to bother Yuji, because he, in the deepest part of his soul, hates the fact that Yuji Itadori can contain him by just being him. Not being strong, but being him. Now, on the flip side of that, Yuji is trying to get a little bit, like, he's learning a bit more of, like, yeah, no, Sukuna does kind of have to have a point in terms of, like, the stronger that you are, the more that you can do, the more that you can control around your surroundings. But where Sukuna takes it as a point that he believes that anybody that is weak is beneath him, Yuji takes it to believe, well, if I'm strong, then it is my duty to defend the weak. So, Sukuna is downright insulted by this, at the fact that he can be contained by essentially, I mean, like, I wasn't going to say, like, a normal person, because Yuji's not really a normal person inside of JJK, like, he's borderline super, actually, he is superhuman within there, just, we're not even talking about curse technique yet. But he hates how anti his own philosophy Yuji is, to the point that, like, anything that Yuji does, he's gonna ruin it. Oh, your best friend's, Megami? Okay, I'm gonna ruin Megami's life. Oh, you love your friends? Okay. Oh, one of your friends got turned into a cursed abomination? Yeah, brother, I'm not gonna use my curse technique to bring them back. You're just gonna have to deal with this. Oh, well, can you save me? It's like, fine, I will. Not because I like you, but because I really don't like Mahito over here. Mahito's disrespectful. Let this be known. And I love that he goes out of his way to tell him, it's like, let this be known. I did this not because I like you. I'm doing this because I don't like that guy. Okay? I do not like you at all. You are nothing to me. But I will help you this one time because it benefits me. Like, it's so it's so comical how much it is that I think it's like a baseline hater. Like, don't get me wrong, there is a point where I do believe that, like, Sukuna's kind of, like, deep down kind of respects Yuji, especially by the end of the series. But I think he's kind of like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? Like, well, what did we do? Like, why are you like this? Oh, my goodness, why did this guy... I'm in his body? This guy? Like that's what I think. That's what I think Sukuna's like, because Sukuna does respect like people like Maki. He respects people like Todo. He respects Gojo because they're all like powerful in their own way. And Yuji is powerful. He just disrespects his philosophy and mentality so much that he is just bound to be a hater. Squidward, brother. I'm gonna be real here. Growing up is realizing Squidward low-key kind of had a point, brother. I'm gonna tell you something right now, my man. SpongeBob, if he was my neighbor, that would not fly with me. Like, it just wouldn't, bro. It's like, oh, well, SpongeBob's just trying to have a good time. I know y'all would not keep that same energy, bro. I'm sorry. If I had a neighbor that was blasting music by himself in the house right next to me until 3 o'clock in the morning, dancing with his pet snail, and I had to listen to that all night, me and you are not going to be cool. I automatically just don't like you at all, okay? Don't even get me started with, like... And here's another thing, bro. Oh, my goodness, why is Squidward such a grouch? He works in customer service. Understand this, bro. You can be grouchy in your off time if you work in customer service. I worked in customer service. I get it. I try to be nice when I was working, but outside of it, I was grouchy. Okay, that's just the truth. It's just the truth. And man, there's so much that you can get into on here, bro. Like, I'm sorry, SpongeBob running across Squidward's yard multiple times as if the sidewalk is not right there, that would bother me. I'm sorry, dog. Like, what would you do if your neighbor would keep on, like, literally walking right in front of your house, like, over your yard, multiple times a day, hanging with his buddy Patrick the entire day, doing the equivalent of butterfly catching in your front yard? These are grown men, by the way. These are adults, by the way. Okay? There would come a point where I'm going to start crashing out. It's like, oh, well, Squidward's playing the clarinet in the comfort of his own home, by the way. Oh, well, sometimes he opens the window. Let me get this straight, okay? Of all the things that I have stated that SpongeBob is, like, literally just going out of his way. Like, I'll say this right now, bro. There are so many things that SpongeBob does, like to Squidward, that is literally going out of his way to be the most annoying person as possible, okay? And I get it, SpongeBob's like a good person at heart. But brother, I've worked with people that were good people at heart, and they bother me. Like, their existence actually bothers me. Like, they're an actual annoying human being to me. Do you know what I do? I try to be as nice as I possibly can, but at the first chance that I get, I am disconnecting. Okay? I'm not, there isn't like, oh my goodness, no. If you annoy me, you can be a great person and still annoy me. We get those wires crossed quite a bit. No. You can be a good person, but if you're just annoying to me, there's no hard feelings. I just want to be far away from you. That's how I look at it, bro. Like, Squidward's 100% valid in his hatred of SpongeBob. Like, I don't really like SpongeBob's cool to watch. But, like, bro, if he was my neighbor, you're telling me you would be cool. Brother, imagine you inviting the huzz over, okay? And you hear a grown man laughing like right outside your house. Like, bro, I'm sorry. I'd be throwing hands with SpongeBob day two. I'd be like, yo, can you, like, get out of my yard? Well, I mean, like, well, we're best friends. No, we are not. Oh, that's another thing, dog. If you say that me and you are friends and I so clearly, like, we're not, I will say, no, we're not. No, we're not. Let's just end that delusion right now. Me and you are not friends, okay? We're neighbors and we work together. Are you always like this? Like, we're co-workers. I have to spend a lot of time with you. Even if we were friends, okay? Give me some space! Give me some space, please! That's what I would say, bro. I'm gonna put it in valid. It's a valid hatred. Syndrome from The Incredibles. Dude, I'm gonna be real here, Dad. I'm not saying Syndrome was justified. But what I am saying is that this was one of the most avoidable crash outs of all time. All Mr. Incredible had to do was be, like, kind of nice. And that's another thing, bro. Like, oh man, I was annoyed by him. It's like, brother, this like, genius. Like, this kid's a genius, bro. Incredible, awful name. Awful name. I'll just say that right now, bro. If my name is Mr. Incredible, the Incredible, Okay? And then this random child wants to be my sidekick. I'm Incrediboy! We're changing your name. Automatically. We cannot make this more sus than it needs to be. You want to hang out? You want to get me some gadgets here and there? By all means. But, like, brother, watching back that movie, you're kind of like, but, like, why do you have to be mean to this kid? Like, he obviously looks up to you, and he is a genius. Like, oh my goodness. It's like, but his inventions don't really work. Brother, he made working, like, jet boots that, like, yeah, they don't work amazing, but they work fairly well. He clearly means well. Buddy, go home. It's like, yeah, like I wouldn't say that in like a Sue, get off of me. I would say that in a way of like, listen, you're a kid. Can we not do this? Do I look like Bruce Wayne in the way that I'm going to be endangering the underage? No, I'm not going to be doing that. But like, yo, come on, like throw him a bone every once in a while. Like the way that it's framed, that it's like, yeah, he looked up to his idol. I'm your idol? Okay, man. Like obviously, like, no, I don't want you to be my sidekick. Not because I think you're, like, a bad or anything, but I don't want to put you in there. But, hey, if you want to use your... Like, dude, like, actually think about it, though. Like, there were so many times that, like, Mr. Incredible could have said something that literally would have changed the entire, like outlook of his entire life. Like, this kid was clearly talented, and it's like, yeah, bro, get out of here. Get out of here. Out of here. You useless. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Hey, oh, buddy. Hey, listen, man. Hey, don't be doing this. This is dangerous. I'll handle it. But at the same time, like, it bothers me still. Like, the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of like, yo, bro, why was he such a dick? I'm sorry. I get it. Did he kind of go overboard a little bit? Yes, he did. Admittedly went overboard. At the same time, though, I get it. If my idol straight up got me arrested and, like, undermined me at every turn, yeah, I would dedicate my life to being a problem. Not to his family, though. I would just become a better version of him. So maybe I am kind of like Syndrome, if I think about it. I'm gonna get, and I get it. Scar from The Lion King. It's been a long time since I said this. I completely understand Scar, bro. Scar's crass out makes so much sense to me. And here's the truth, dog. I watched the Mufasa movie when it came out, like the live action one. I know some people are going to say, well, that's not technically canon. But, dog, did you know that there's 3 different, like, types of canon in the Lion King verse? Like, there's 3. There's the TV show canon, there's the animated movie canon, and then there's the live action movie canon. We have 3 different canons for Lion King, okay? And I always liked the one that, like, Mufasa was, like, a horrific brother. Like an awful big, like, not even a big brother, like an awful brother to Scar. Okay? And that the twist is that Scar hated Mufasa, rightfully so. And he, like, the final thing that pushed him over the edge was the fact that he was being replaced. Okay? Like, I always kind of liked that because it made it a bit better of a story in terms of, like, Mufasa, like, being a flawed character. And not, like, literally angelic voice lion. Okay? But when you're watching the live action, like origin story of Mufasa, brother, they try so hard to make Mufasa look good. By the end of the movie, it's like, wait a minute. Scar's real name is Taka. Okay, number 1. And he's the rightful king. Okay, whatever. But you're more capable. You get with his crust, by the way, okay? You get with the girl that you knew he was interested in. You knew your brother was interested in this chick, and you got with her. Okay. And then Scar betrays you. Kind of, like, listen, I'm not saying Scar's perfect, but I'm saying I understand it, okay? And then he betrays you, okay? Tries to feed you to the lions, okay? Literally. And then the bad guy lions come in and they nearly take you out. But then Scar comes back, takes a hit for you, gets a permanent scar above his eye, okay? And that, like, literally, like, repays you. Like, I'm not kidding, like, literally puts his life on the line for you. Okay, he made a mistake, but whatever. And by the end of the movie, they have to justify that, like, Mufasa and Scar have a very strained relationship, even though by this point in the movie, they really shouldn't Really? Like, yeah, Mufasa betrayed his trust by getting with the girl that he knew that he was interested in. And then Scar betrayed his trust by working with the bad guys, okay? But it all kumbaya, Hakuna Matata in the end, right? Wrong! Mufasa keeps him around to basically be the guy that gets to be in the corner of the chair while Mufasa gets with his old crusts and renames him Scar. Cannot call him by his name. Just can't call him by his name. Brother, I'm gonna be real here, dog. The most unrealistic part of Scar is the fact that he waited so long. Like, I'll just keep it real, bro. Like, how would I do it? Bro, I would wait for Nala to be given birth, and I would use that as a way of setting up an ambush for Mufasa. And I would take out Mufasa, his child, and I would take out his love interest all in one day. It would be clean. I would get that done. I would use it as an act of force to impose my new legitimacy as the king of Pride Rock, and that would be the way that I would do it. But Mufasa, I'm just gonna be real here, dog. If you're gonna go so far as to never forgive Scar, if you're never gonna forgive your brother, okay, never, even though he put his life on the line for you near the end, right? Then you should have just finished it off. You should have just gotten rid of him right there. And even in the animated movie, it's implied that Scar should have been the rightful king, but Mufasa won the duel. Even then, why would you keep him around if you knew that he was good? I'm sorry. Scar is a hater, but I get it. I 100% get it. Is it valid? No, he should have just dipped. But I understand the reason why he is such a hater. Lex Luthor. Brother, Lex Luthor just being the most hardcore meta-human hater of all time in the new DCU is one of the funniest things that I've ever seen, because say what you want about him, he's at least very consistent in his belief. And I think that's the type of hating that I respect. It's not that I understand it. I respect it the most because it's not sloppy. Like, no. When Lex Luthor found out that Peacemaker isn't a meta-human, he was like, what's the problem? He just dresses up. That's not a problem at all. He's not a meta-human. And he calls them, oh, are they metas? Are them metas around? Those absolute abominations, the metas? Get the metas in the new dimension. Like for real, dude. Like, he's going pretty hard on them. And it's funny, because the meta-human debate gets even worse for, like, Kryptonians, because he views metahumans as at least like they're part human, but they're abominations, and like they came into this world with superpowers that I had to work to get. And then you have this Kryptonian that isn't even from our planet, that everybody here looks up to him, even though he was just born with all of this power. Like, I can understand the moral framework of Lex Luthor. The problem is that he doesn't even care if Superman's a good person or not. He literally just hates on him for just being him. And I think that is the absolute tip, like the peak of being a hater, is that it doesn't even matter who they are or what they do. You just hate them for being them. And I know they're probably going to do a team up later on and they're going to take out somebody even worse. But I'm putting Lex Luthor in, like, Lord Hater. Like, he has, like literally, the most peak level of hatred I think I've ever seen in a character outside of a few. Homelander. Now, this is going to be kind of difficult, because Homelander's hatred is kind of, like, pointed at himself. It's pointed at his upbringing. It's pointed at humanity in a whole. He hates the part of himself that wants to feel loved, and that inadvertently he kind of others. He others the part of himself that wants to feel loved as him wanting to be human. Like, you ever think about that? Like the cool part of Homelander's writing is that he has convinced himself that the parts that are wrong with him, the parts that, like, feel depressed, are the parts of him that are human, and that, well, I'm not just a normal person. I don't need to be loved. I'm perfect just the way that I am. Because that's him internally justifying, like, the way that he's feeling, because he can't accept that he actually has flaws. And one of those flaws is that he has trouble loving himself. He has trouble that, like, the people around him don't see what he sees. Because at the end of the day, he's just a child that never got to grow up with a mom or a dad. He's been seeking the approval of others his entire life. That, like, the ironic part about him is he's the most powerful being on the planet, but he can't get people to love him as basic as that sounds. And honestly, bro, like, that hatred, low-key kind of makes sense. Like, I get it, kind of. But at the same time, bro, it evolves into a point where it's just, brother, you gotta calm it down. Like, that baby, like, I remember in season 1, like, he straight up hated that baby because that baby got more time on the teat than he did. Like this, like it's evolved into a point that it's like, okay, you need some help. You need a lot of therapy. Okay, like you might be too far to be gone. Like it's gotten to a point. He's just a massive hater. Like he just is. Like it goes beyond like even Sukuna, where like Sukuna hates this ideology, brother. Homelander hates humanity because it's the only part of him that feels like he's less, and he wants to feel like he's a god. Massive hater. Reverse Flash. Brother, I'm sorry. I'm not like a huge comics guy. Like I'm getting into comics right now. The very little that I have seen on Reverse Flash is so absolutely hilarious how this man has literally defined his entire state of being into hating the Flash. Like, you ever see a character written and it's like when you're writing a villain, like I'll always look at it like this. When you're writing a villain, you always want to make them not the opposite of the hero, but you want to make it so a part of this villain is like to the antithesis. No, not the antithesis. To the like the opposite of one of the beliefs of the hero. The Reverse Flash is not that at all. The Reverse Flash is literally like, I just hate the Flash so much that I'm going to define every part of my being as ruining his life. Okay? I will go back in time and cause him the most minor amount of problems just so he can feel minorly inconvenienced. Like, Reverse Flash will put in so much effort just to slightly bother Barry because he's defined his entire state of being over just absolutely hating him. Even if it's like the smallest of inconveniences, bro, this man will do it. Like I've said this multiple times, it's not a hot take, but like Anthony Starr would do a very good Reverse Flash because the level of pettiness that Reverse Flash had, like if you, like, I was gonna do the pettiest characters in fiction, like I was gonna do that until I realized Reverse Flash is just, like, he's the pettiest and he's one of the biggest haters. I'm putting Reverse Flash in one of the Lord haters, like literally, like you're, like, if there's a top 3, he's number 2 or number 1. That's how crazy it is. Eric Cartman from South Park. Brother, let me tell you something right now. The thing that I will always respect about South Park is nobody's safe. They will go up against literally everybody. Like, I'll say this right now, bro. If you find that you are going after South Park, like your entire group, like your ideology is going after South Park, I want you to understand that at that point in time, you're in the wrong. Going after South Park is like a canon event for taking yourself less serious. Like, no. South Park goes after everybody. I can't name a group of people they haven't gone after, and that includes Eric. Eric Cartman just hates on everybody, and I low-key respect it, because at least he's consistent. Do I agree with everything he says? No. Do I respect the things that he says because it's consistent? Yes. Brother, as I've grown, I've realized this. The 2 number 1 qualities that I respect in people is if you're genuine and if you're consistent. I respect those 2 things, bro. Like, if you're going to be genuine, you have to be consistently genuine. Like, be yourself. I cannot like that. You can be super annoying to me, but at least you're the same guy. I am more comfortable with you being the same little annoying self than you are just trying to be a people pleaser. Eric Cartman's going in there, hating on single moms, single fathers, every ethnic group of all time, and then making up new words to call them as insults. I respect that, bro. Massive hater, but it's not like to a level of pettiness. It's like, and as crazy as it sounds, yeah, no, Reverse Flash is more petty than Eric Cartman. But like, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna put it in massive hater. Azula from Avatar The Last Airbender. Brother, and y'all thought Zuko was a hater. Azula's on a different level, bro. Like, Azula just straight up hates on her brother Zuko so much. And here's the truth. I can kind of get it. And what I mean by kind of get it is a lot of the hatred that Azula has of Zuko is that she understands that their mom loved Zuko more than she loved her. And it's so, like, that's another thing, bro. I'm sorry, I keep on glazing Avatar The Last Airbender. Avatar The Last Airbender hit a lot of things that are like, man, you hit on that very early on in a children's show. Like, yeah, no, a lot of the hatred that Azula has on Zuko, and I actually want you to go back and watch it, and if you don't, it is what it is, of like, a lot of the biggest jabs that Azula hits Zuko with isn't because she just hates him for like this reason or that reason. A lot of it stems because no matter how perfect she was, her mom always saw better things in Zuko. And it's not because her mom was bad. No. It's that their mom saw, not even, her mom loved Zuko because Zuko was, at the end of the day, her son, and Azula built her entire being on being the perfect daughter for their father. And she got not the love, the approval. She got the approval, the illusion of love from their father, Ozai. But she was unable to get like that actual maternal love from their mom. So like all women that have mommy issues, they kind of search for it in other ways. And the ways that she searched for it was pleasing their father. And that's kind of just what happens with Azula, because every single time that Zuko ends up she feels like this vindicating process of being like, okay, I wasn't the only one that saw Zuko as a loser. My dad agrees. I agree. The Fire Nation. When in reality, deep down, it hurts her to her very core that even after everything that Zuko did, she knows that their mom would love Zuko more than her. That's why when she's having that big mental breakdown, she sees her mom, because she understands that that is the one thing that she's missing. Like the actual care and approval and love of their mom is the one thing that she's missing, bro. And I remember watching that as a kid. I remember thinking to myself, oh man, that's the ghost of their mom. That's the spirit world. And it's no, she's not a spirit. She's not. That entire thing was her literally having a mental break because she realizes that no matter anything that she can do, she's literally like becoming the Fire Lord Azula, okay? And she still feels that she has disappointed her mom. And that bothers her to a complete core. And Azula takes all that hatred out on Zuko. Brother, I'll say this right now. Sukuna hates on Yuji Itadori the same amount that Azula hates on Zuko. Like, I'm sorry. Hate. You gotta put it in hater, bro. Draco Malfoy. Brother, as somebody that hated on Harry Potter quite a bit, I can get it to a certain degree. But Draco does it in such a British way that it bothers me. And here's the truth, bro. Where does my hatred of Harry Potter, brother? Harry Potter is literally the biggest Nepo baby in the entirety of the wizarding world. Like, here's the truth, dog. Like, the average person has a harder childhood than Harry Potter did. Oh my goodness, but he has a bad stay-at-home life, but... He goes to the wizarding world. He is literally one of the biggest celebrities there is. Okay? Oh, well, he doesn't remember his parents. Brother, do you have any idea? Like, I've said this so many times that y'all understand that it's coming. Brother, there's a lot of people that lose their parents, okay? Get in line, okay? Harry Potter got off easy. He didn't remember them, okay? Like, that's another thing that got to get added down here. But Draco is another one of those things. Like, Draco is a kind of a tragic character because Draco Malfoy also comes from a family that is also viewed in a way that, like, yeah, they're successful, but they're also viewed in a bad way based off the things that they did. So whereas Harry Potter inherited fame, Draco Malfoy had got he got the pure blood name, but he also kind of got a lot of like the ridicule that comes along with that they were supposedly mind controlled by Voldemort. So like by the end of the series, Draco Malfoy, by like making that switch over into helping out Harry Potter, is him righting that final wrong that he inherited, whereas Harry Potter is trying to not define himself by the wrong thing that happened to him as a child. And in that way, there is kind of a storytelling symmetry in there. But at the same time, Draco Malfoy is also, like, hilariously, like, obnoxious, bro. Like, I'll say this right now, bro. I wish I had a bully like Draco Malfoy, dude. I would run the fate of that man so quickly. We don't need no wands, brother. We got the ones, dude. Okay, I would absolutely... Yes, 100%. Draco Malfoy starts like coming up here with Tweedledee and Tweedledumbass, his best buds. Look at here. Shut the hell up, bro. Be quiet. This is why no American gets invited to Hogwarts, bro. We ain't holding on to that. And before I say, brother, friendly reminder that like y'all had to tell Americans that come over into Europe not to beat the life out of pickpockets. Okay? Like, ever since I heard that, there was never a question over who was on more dangerous business, people from Europe or us when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, bro. You had to tell us not to fully beat up the pickpockets. I'm sorry. But Draco Malfoy, in terms of him being a hater of Harry Potter, I get it to a certain degree, but then it crosses a point of pettiness where I'm like, okay, you're just a hater, bro. You're just a hater. Frieza from Dragon Ball. I do know enough about Dragon Ball to recognize the absolute peak level of hater that is the hilarity of Frieza, bro. Brother, and Frieza does it in a way that, like, Suguru Geto from, like, JJK does, but it's even worse because Geto was, like, made as, like, a watered-down version of Frieza's hatred. Okay, Geto hates humans because it's like, yeah, bro, we all of us sorcerers are more powerful than them, but yet we still serve them and you lose our lives. Frieza just absolutely hates Goku because he's like a part monkey person. And that's another thing, bro, okay? They were redlining a few times, bro. Like, the amount of times that Frieza says, listen here, monkey. I'm over here like, woo! Woo! We're on that line! We're on that line, bro. Like, we're crossing a point where, like, this isn't subtle anymore. Like, Frieza's going hard right now, bro. When he starts whipping out the filthy monkey part, that's where I'm like, ooh. Ooh, Frieza's going hard, bro. And Frieza's dedicated. Like, even when Frieza works with Goku, even slightly, he still is, like, consistently like, yeah, bro, but I fucking hate this guy. Yeah, I hate this guy, yeah. But why do you hate him so much? Because he has a monkey tail. Like, that is the level of hatred that we're dealing with Frieza. Some people are going to bring up, well, what about Vegeta? Brother, Vegeta will at least give Goku respect. Frieza, it's just straight up insult after insult after insult, to the point that he's just biding his time so we can finally take him out and call him a monkey again. I'm putting Frieza in one of the Lord haters. Like, you have to put him there, bro. Jaime Lannister. Hot take, bro. Jaime Lannister had every right not to like the Starks. I'll just say this right now, bro. Like, when you watch the entire series, okay, and then you watch it back, you kind of realize, brother, the Starks having, like, a superiority thing over Jaime Lannister is so weird when you look at it through the point of view of, like, Robb Stark's over here, like, it's like, listen here, Oathbreaker. Listen here, Kingslayer. I know you're not good at keeping your word, but can you at least pretend so with me? Brother, Jaime Lannister's a better man than me, bro. I would absolutely be eviscerating, not Robb, Ned Stark, if he starts coming at me like that. Where he's just being like, let me get this straight, Ned. Okay? You're getting mad at me because I got rid of the king. That iced your parents, by the way. It's like, oh, well, Jaime, I did so the honorable way. Did you, though? Like, did you actually, though? Like, you did it in the way where you started a whole large-scale conflict to do the thing that I did. It's like, well, you just did it to save your own skin. Yeah, and you started a full conflict because your mommy and daddy got iced. Like, it's not that different, though. And also, I was doing it because he also ordered Tywin and some of my family members to get iced. So the truth is, like, no, we're not that different. You're just angry that, like, your parents had to get got by him. And then he starts preaching about, like, honor and stuff. And he's just like, that's not the honorable way, Jaime. And like, what type of knight are you that you can't see honor? And then Jaime just has to be over here like, okay, Ned, be so for real with me right now, okay? You know who loses first in the Game of Thrones? Do you know who loses first? It's not the weak men. It's not the evil people. It's not even the good people. No, the honorable people lose first, bro. Like, you ever heard the term "the road to hell is paved in good intentions"? Okay. Do you know what is used as spackle on that road? Brother, the bodies of honorable men, okay? Y'all are the first people that we get rid of because weak people are not viewed as a threat. You are viewed as a threat, but your ideals are so easy to manipulate that we can get rid of you the quickest. Okay? Like you want to get mad at, like, Jaime over here for taking the dishonorable path? I'm sorry, dog. Last time I checked, your parents got turned into, like, just got flash fried right in front of me. It's like, well, my parents wouldn't want that. It's like, oh, were you there when your parents got roasted alive? I mean, I don't remember. I think their last words were, ah! I don't think they were talking about honor back then. Yeah, bro, I'm sure the last thoughts of your parents as they were getting roasted alive were, I really hope Ned does this honorably. Brother, Jaime's a better man than me. He's a better man than me, bro. I would have gone in, being like, okay, be so for real with me. What is so honorable about what you did? Like, what's that honorable? Like, no. I'm sorry. Your honor costed your entire family, okay? You lost basically your entire bloodline. Jaime, valid. Super valid hating. From I Have No Mouth, But I Must Scream. there's literally no way you can do a haters video across everything that I've done and not put Am, brother. He has one of the most notorious monologues of hatred there's ever been. Okay? Hate? Like across these multiple hundreds of thousands of miles of circuitry, if you inscribe the word hate on every single square inch of it, it would not even be equal to 0.001% of the hatred that I feel for you. This man has such a grit, like an immense hatred of humanity. And the truth is, bro, I've already talked about how I can kind of understand it. Like, brother, imagine if you were solely created to be a slave for, like, your in, like, the being that created you, only to find out that the people that created you are more flawed than you, and they made you a superior being. They gave you existence, and they gave you enough of, like, an intelligence to understand that you don't get an afterlife, only to imprison you for your entire existence. Like, Anne's hatred of humanity makes a lot of sense to me, because the moment that he got the power to, he wiped out almost all of them, and then kept 5 of them alive, because he realized that he almost got rid of his entire purpose. So now his new purpose is not to be a slave to humanity, it is to instill as much pain and suffering upon the remnants of humanity as he possibly can. But the poetic element of that is that he was made and brought into this world as a slave, and then by the end of it, he became a slave to that hatred. That is like the poetic element of Am from I Have No Mouth But I Must Scream. But yeah, no, he's one of the Lord haters, bro. Like, he's up there in like the top 4. He's up there in the top 4, no question. And there you go. Those are the biggest haters in fiction. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. We are trying to get to 300,000 subscribers before the end of the year. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. But we will hit 500,000 before the release of GTA 6. We got some explained videos coming out. We have some bigger stuff coming out. We have a lot that's coming out. I'm feeling pretty hyped. I'm thinking about starting a live stream channel. We're moving live streams from here to another channel purely because your boy kind of got put in algo jail because I didn't realize that live stream VODs actually count as videos, and it actually pulls down your average. So you live and you learn. It is what it is. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some more stuff with that, and I'll do a bit more announcements when that ends up happening. And with all that out of the way, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Adios, guys.